Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 23 of the Factorio Space Age series, where in today's episode I'm hoping we can finally get a rocket silo built along with some of the other rocket and space platform components like these guys here, which I know nothing about, but we'll begin to play with it today. But first thing we need to fix, and you might already guess what it is power. And that's because after I started the yellow and purple science in last episode, I noticed power begin to dip, so I actually have science stalled for now until we can resolve the power issue. So my plan to resolve the issue is actually just basically double this, and in order to make sure we still ensure a proper amount of coal coming in for the boilers, I'm going to upgrade these belts to red belts, and that way we should improve the overall coal throughput to the other boilers that we'll expand upon. So let's start with the upgrading process, and we'll even upgrade the inserters, because why not? I just want to be careful not to upgrade everything to blue belt, which I actually also got up and running in between episodes, and that was because I already had assemblers set aside in my early planning stages for the blue belt tech. The only thing I did was really figure out how to spaghetti in the lubricant and put in the output boxes and things like that, but otherwise that's been building up a little bit too. So we will need to upgrade the yellow belts to red belts basically all the way from the start. So where the trains output the coal. So we'll just do that real quick. And then we will basically just copy the steam engine setup and plop it down and be good to go. And I think that will solve all of our, at least, power problems for now. We might as well also upgrade the inserters over here. Like that. We already have a couple red belt tech over here. And I think that's everything. Oh, let's make this a red splitter there. Oh, and upgrade that as well. Some of these are red belt tech, which don't have to be at this point, but that's fine. We'll just leave it how it is. Okay, now to upgrade the steam engine setup. We will just basically copy this and then plop it down adjacent to it so that we can use the steam engines and boilers pulling from the same coal line. So something like that. Actually, let's just do one at a time because I don't want to include the RoboPort. In fact, we'll edit this to exclude that. There we go. And then we'll just plop it down like... I could do just like that, I suppose. Might as well. Like that. And like that. I will just go ahead and fix the water since we just need a normal pipe like that. And same with the other side. And then we need to upgrade this side over here as well. So that also becomes red belt tech. Same with that. All right. Let me make sure that there is bot coverage all the way through, which there's not. So we'll do one there and there for the RoboPorts. Let me make sure it has power, like that and that. And bots will fill in the rest. All right, that is first chore done. So on to the next chores. I'm going to start requesting enough items that we can go ahead and build the rocket silo. I'm not yet sure where I'm going to place it because rocket silo should be near the labs, or at least in a way where we can get the space science to the labs. And how we might need to do that is by removing the RoboPort here, putting in another line that feeds here basically like that, and then we'll have additional inserters pulling from the belt going that way, and then they will just daisy chain to the rest of the labs. So that's kind of a tentative option. So I could bus in the space science. So the rocket silo doesn't have to literally be here. And the reason why I'm thinking it can't literally be right here anyway is because the rocket silo is going to require parts to go into making, launching rockets. So I believe rocket control units are no longer used, but we're going to need rocket fuel. We're going to need low density structures, and then I want to say blue circuits, but I could be wrong on that last part. So we'll need a rocket fuel build. I think the rocket fuel build we might as well put over here since it's kind of near the other fluids anyway. And let me see if I already have a blueprint for rocket fuel. That would be really convenient if I did. I do. Basic rocket fuel build. So let's default onto that for the book. And we'll just plop this down here. I have no idea how much this produces, but I don't really care as long as it produces some. Inputs will have come from the left, so like that. And I'm just going to give myself plenty of room so it's not interfering with the lubricant at all. We'll just plop it down right there. So that way if I want to put beacons in the future, I have plenty of room. So now that hopefully power is getting solved, which it looks like it's at least partly solved for now, let's resume that science. Things I want to prioritize will be beacons. I believe that's the effect transmission. Elevated rail will be really cool. And then worker robot speed is always a plus. I will definitely have to improve smelting though in order to keep up with all of these new resource demands. Ooh, and power is maybe not fully solved yet. I saw that flicker. But anyway, so back to the rocket fuel. So we will need inputs coming this way. So maybe an extra pump here for the light oil, since we're going to use light oil for that, or at least for part of it. And maybe another pump right there and right there. So yep, that's light oil going in here. And then I also use a mixture of petroleum. It's like half and half. So we'll do let's do another pump right here. And where do I want the petroleum to come in from? Let's do, where's the output of the petroleum? We'll do another pump here, and that way I can turn it on or off if needed. And then maybe have it go this way if I can snake it around. I barely can. No, I can't. Not really. We'll have it go up instead. So like that. Up a little bit. Over here. And join up with this over here, and we'll do one more pump there for good measure. Like that, that. Give everything power. We'll do a big electric pole over here and connect that up. Okay, looks like things are turning on already. So there is rocket fuel. That was pretty quick and painless. I'm just going to add in a little bit of lights to beautify it and so we can see more easily. It's taking its sweet time though, but it looks like it is working. So outputs are currently going on these two belts top to bottom. We'll need to join that up with the rocket silo at some point. I will just leave that how it is for now though until we figure out where the rocket silo is going to be going. And then as far as any smarts on this pump over here, I don't know that I want to put anything on it quite yet until I kind of see how the fluids balance out. So we'll leave that how it is for now. That will just work a little bit over time. So next things, we already have blue circuits. Blue circuits will really just be dependent on the input of copper, plastic, and iron plate coming in, which is really going to mean we may want to play with upgrading the smelters. So for smelter upgrading, I at the very least plan on upgrading these to steel smelters. I think I want to avoid upgrading them to electric furnaces just because of the huge demand on power. If I wanted to get uranium processing up and running, that's when I would maybe do electric furnaces at that point. But for now, This is just a starter base to basically get us off the planet. So I don't really feel the need to do the uranium processing and do the electric furnaces for now. So for upgrading them, let's see, how do I want to do that? I would love to give myself more room since I have these spaghetti belts here. But in order to buy more room for my outputs, that means I have to move all of these smelters down by a tile, even though it would just be really easy to just like, you know, use Upgrade Planner on all of this. So before I just go deleting everything and, you know, having the bots build over these blueprints with a new smelter all over it, I think what I want to do instead is make sure I have enough resources built up. So we're going to increase this to like maybe 1,000 belt or more, because my steel smelter blueprints are, I think, 48 steel smelters, which are enough to output onto a fully compressed red belt. Blue belt, even though I now have that tech, I think is just a ridiculous amount of smelters that we would need without beacons, so I'm not going to bother with that for now. The other thing I should have upped my cap on since I was over there were going to be the inserters, and I also have the stack inserters now, so we will upgrade that to 1,000. So that way, if I want, I can just upgrade all of those, hopefully all at once. And the last thing I need to make sure we have a bunch of are the steel smelters themselves, which I'm trying to remember where those are getting built. I want to say it's down here in the big mall chain. Oh, yep, here it is. So we'll cap this off at maybe, 500 seems like a lot. 200 for now. Let that slowly work over time. We'll build that up. And in the meantime, while those resources are increasing, we can work on plopping down some of these ingredients. So let me request 1,000 steel. We'll request 200 electric engine units. We also need 1,000 concrete. Then we'll change the blue circuits to 200 for the cap. Bots will supply me with that. Then I can make the rocket silo in my pocket and plop it down somewhere. Ooh, cargo landing pad. Let's build that first, actually. I'm not sure how many of those we need. I'm not sure if this is something we need a full factory dedicated to, or if it's like you're building one and then done. I have no idea. I'm assuming the space platform foundations are something we will want a factory for, though, considering the thing below that, which is the starter pack, requires 60 per recipe. So I guess I'll just build this in an assembler for now. And it just takes copper cable and steel. I have copper cable over there. It does get underground belted for now. I could maybe move over my plant. So I will copy this, move that there. And we'll have to move the RoboPort, I'm sorry. So that goes there. Is power not fully fixed yet? Oh, no, it's not. Let's fix that real quick because I saw the power flicker again. It was just missing an extra belt. And looks like we're missing some upgrades on the inserters here. We don't need that. This burner inserter we can upgrade. Oh, gosh, you can't even upgrade the burner inserter. We're going to delete the burner inserter, upgrade it like that. We'll upgrade these guys too. All right, now we can see the coal is getting to where it needs to go. So that will be a huge improvement, but that will be much better. Looks like it already is much better. Good. Okay, so where were we? We were moving this factory down. We need to put in the inserter there. Ooh, figure out how we're going to branch this off. How about I do that? So we'll have this go here, an inserter there, and move the power. Okay, so now we can underground belt the rest of the copper wire. I'm gonna have to change the water entirely, it looks like. Not a big deal. So copper wire will go like that. Looks like I should upgrade this inserter as well since it's a little too slow. And then the little assembler for that platform thing we will put here. So it needs steel. Maybe we won't put here. We will put here. No. Here. I think everything still has robo coverage, except no, it doesn't. Okay, I think those will now get robo coverage with this. Okay, so now we can move the copper cable over here. Like that. Inserter, grab power. This will become Space Platform Foundation. Oh boy, and you can see steel is only barely trickling in, so this will be a long process. I'll put that there, and I have no idea how many we need. Again, I'm not even sure if we need a huge factory or just an assembler devoted to it, but we will do, let's see, Space Platform Foundations. Let's do 120 at a time. Is that like way too little? I have no idea. But this is the whole point of winging it and not spoiling the game for myself, is I get to play around with it. Okay, so research is done. Power is looking much better. Steel is looking in dire, awful straits. Is there anything I can do to improve it? I could definitely improve the belts. And belts getting improved would mean more ore is getting down the line. But before I do that, I should plan on redoing my whole smelting setup, which means I want to wait a little bit more for the rest of the resources to get built up. And then once the resources are built up for the inserters and the smelters and things like that, I think I'll probably just switch this over off camera so you don't have to see that. And that will be a long, arduous process, I'm sure. Okay, cool. We're already at 4. Not sure if that's good or not. So I guess next thing to do is build the rocket silo. Although, did I already build the landing pad thingy? Where did that go? I can't remember if I did. I thought I did. Where did it go? I guess not. So I'm going to build the cargo landing pad. I swear I thought I built that already. Bots will then supply me more materials to make the rocket silo again. Oh, it probably got trash. I probably did already build it. Let's cancel that. Let me request it. We'll request 1. So where does the cargo landing pad go? And is there anything that needs to go in it? I have no clue. Oh, okay. So it's like a big thing. It's like the rocket silo. I have no idea where this needs to go. Let me move that. I have a feeling it will need to go nearby here, because this is where I have my space platform thingies. So let me see if I can squeeze it somewhere around here. Can it squeeze in this little pocket I made? Let's see. No, it's basically about the size of the rocket silo. Okay, so new plan. I'm going to move the stone, and we'll just have the stone wiggle around instead of being in a straight line, and that's okay. We'll have it go like that. And then I'm hoping I'll have enough of a little hole that I could put the thing here. Whoops, let's change that to yellow just to keep it the same. All right, is this big enough? Let's get rid of that. Let's see. No, it's just a tad not big enough. I can switch this up though. can put that there, that there. Whoops. Squiggle this around. Do that. And then move these lines. I'll just copy that. Have the bots help me delete this line and put it over here. Okay. Now I think I should have enough room for the platform thingy, or the landing pad, whatever it is. Now, whether resources need to come to it or come out of it, I have no clue. Oh, geez. What is this for? I have no idea. I have no idea what that is for. Huh. What happens when I click on it? Does it give me any idea, like, when I look at it? It stores... This stores, like, 80 different items. Huh. No idea what it's for, and I don't want you guys to spoil it for me. I will try and figure it out on my own. In the meantime, I can build that rocket silo. And I'm gonna drop my requests back down. Probably should have started with the steel because I don't want 1,000 steel coming to me. We'll just do 100 at a time. We no longer need the engines or the concrete for now. Move that there. Okay, so what that does, I will find out later. I'm only up to 16 of the, whatever this is, the space platform foundations. But that will then go into one space platform starter pack. I wonder if the space platform starter pack goes into the space platform foundation. I have no clue. Oh, let's reconnect that. There we go. So, rocket silo, do I have that built yet? I do. So I'm going to plop that down somewhere that is in reach of blue circuits. And we'll make a low density structure factory real quick. Hopefully real quick. I definitely don't have hardly any copper or steel coming in anymore, so I have to fix that. But okay, more important thing is just to build a factory. So low density structures. Do I have a build for that? Maybe I don't anymore. Not sure where that went. Well, what I will do for low density structures is just plop a bunch of assemblers down. So we'll just do a big long line of low density structures. And I know it's going to require copper, steel, and plastic. So let me remember the ingredients. So we need one full line of copper, and then we'll just share the line of steel and plastic coming in. That sounds like a plan. We'll do red belts coming in. We'll do a shared output line. And this is about one of the easier factories to make. Inputs like that. We'll copy this. We'll get rid of that and then just blueprint that later on. Put in power. Copy that to the other side. Oops, I put those on the wrong line. But that's okay. We can use the power poles there for the power supply on the middle. Put in the recipe. Put in the lines here. Now we can copy this stuff. Except I want to just copy the inserters like that, that, that. Put in my power. Okay. All right, now this is tileable now. So we can just copy that and extend it like so. I'm not sure how many assemblers we now have. 36. Let's see if we can make it maybe an even 40. And I'm not sure how much the belt will be able to supply the copper, plastic, and steel down the lines here. But we can experiment with this setup for now. And we might as well keep this blueprint here. I just need the plastic and the copper and steel. Plastic we already have from here. I'm going to branch it off again instead of just pulling from the line going into the blue circuits. So for plastic, let's grab from here like that. I will avoid belt braiding. Go underground. And I'll probably need to upgrade these things to a red belt as well at some point, but I'm wanting to save on that for now. So we'll just go like that. All right, so this will become plastic joined up with the steel. Steel is right here and basically non-existent, but we will join this over here somewhere. Can I red underground belt that? Yes, just to save on room. Okay, that's joined up now. So we'll join that side up there. This side over here. And then we just need copper coming in. So copper will still for probably right here. We'll do a red splitter with plans to upgrade the rest of the belt in the future. So like that. Split off here. Half of it will go this way, the other half this way. And then at any point, if the copper or any of these products stop getting to the end of the assemblers, I'll just compress the blueprint a little bit since I haven't looked at any of the ratios or anything like that. Okay, so there's the build made. Let's just fix the power at the ends here. Now, I just really don't have the resources coming in to support this build, unfortunately, so that'll be one of the next things that gets fixed. But I think that will be done off camera when I upgrade the smelters. Oh no, oh no, oh shoot. That was an oversight. Let me fix that. Some gear wheels made it onto the splitters, which was not intended. So we'll save those gear wheels, suck them up, grab them from there. Whew, okay. Have to suck them up from here as well. All right, glad I caught that early. So yeah, copper coming down, but what I'm really lacking is obviously the plastic. Oh, which isn't even making its way over here because I screwed up. So there we go. Plastic coming off now. Oh, how many is that? Okay. Steel is largely getting diverted into this inserter, pulling into the box. It was trying to save up 1,000 for me for building the rocket silo, but even with that box of steel, you can tell that there's just not enough steel coming in. So yeah, we'll have to upgrade that. But in theory, we have a pseudo-working low-density structure factory. You can see it is beginning to turn on, just obviously poor and not having the resources to support it. Oh, let's fix that. We also now, in theory, have a rocket fuel build, and actually that's more than just in theory. It for sure works. So at least this build is working. We just need to join the outputs, and we have blue circuits. So those are, I think, all of the parts we need for the rocket silo. So just for the sake of plopping it down and maybe kickstarting this thing. Let's do that real quick here. And then we'll use next episode to optimize all of this. So let's actually plop it down right here. Since I think of this as kind of like the end of the factory. So right there. Let's give it power. So we do need blue circuits. So low density structures, rocket fuel. I will join up the low density structures over here. Like that. We can just add it as part of the bus now. So we need blue circuits and low density structures coming from this direction. We'll just underground belt, oops, like that. Okay, now we can just split stuff off. So this can be the blue circuits. We'll use this line for the low density structures. Put in some inserters. Then let's get the last line for the rocket fuel, which we will just change the direction of the rocket fuel to go this way. We'll get the bots to upgrade what I don't have in my pocket. Same with this line over here. Whoops. Stuck on some trees. Okay, so we technically have the 3 ingredients. So we'll give this guy power and start to see it work. So we're up to 2% progress, and I think that is all the progress we're going to make for this one episode, since we basically only had one low density structure coming in. I guess I can suck these up and just fill in what I can. But that will mean we are saving a lot of off-camera work for me to get done in the meantime to upgrade the smelters. But we'll do some more optimization for episode 24 next time and hopefully launch a rocket, finally get space science, and then maybe even figure out what that space platform thingy does by next episode. So I hope you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then.